Hi, everybody. It's Mike from Here the Watchman. And you know what? Today we have something truly exciting to offer all you guys. We have Chance from American Survival Wholesale back on today, and we're going to talk about some issues that are coming up, about some things that you need to do to prepare, something about travel and something about water. And folks, when it comes to water, I just want you to Google water in America. If you do that, you will find out that 75%, did you hear me correctly? 75% of all the water in the United States that we drink is polluted. It can kill you. So Chance has some things to talk about regarding that, and he has some things to talk about regarding travel, which recently he and I have been doing a lot of, and we talked off air about it, and I think it's a wonderful topic. But before we get into that, Chance, as you know, is very much into supporting our veterans, as is Here the Watchman and this channel. We're very much into supporting our veterans and doing everything we can to help them. He has something that's an amazing offer for all of you who are willing to help him help veterans. Chance, go ahead and tell me what you told me earlier.
Well, first of all, Mike, thank you for having us on. It's always a pleasure. And I'm just really, you could probably see it in my face, excited today to be here because I'm going to offer something on your show that we're not offering anywhere else. And I'll tell you why we're going to do it. It involves a generator. It involves a free generator. So I hope we have your attention. We are a veteran-owned and operated company. We support our veterans that have returned from overseas that find themselves in a situation where it's difficult for them to get out of. Maybe it's a utility bill. Maybe they just need blankets, food. Sometimes it's just fellowship. Maybe it's turning them to a pastor for counseling. But the need is real, and so we've decided to do something kind of special. We are going to give away a free generator. Now, this generator is kind of special. It only weighs 38 pounds, but it can power your freezer and or your refrigerator, just for an example. This generator can operate 5 hours on less than a gallon of fuel. We are going to give this away to one of the first 10 people that will donate to our Veterans Outreach Program. There is a tab on our website, www.americansurvivalwholesale.com. You can donate $100 or more, but $100 is the minimum. If you do that, the first 10 people that hear this video, one of those 10 will be selected to receive the free generator, including shipping to anywhere inside the upper 48 states. So,
are you serious? I mean, I hate to
brother.
hear from Pastor Paul Begley, but are you serious? You're actually going to give away a free generator that can save your food supplies on a gallon of gas? You're actually going to do that? You know, if all people have to do is donate $100 to help a veteran, that's it?
That's all they have to do. And we're going to announce the winner. It'll be shipped prior to probably our next show, but we're going to announce the winner on your show, Mike, next week.
Awesome. Awesome, brother. God bless you for doing that. And folks, listen, it's a simple task. Go to AmericanSurvivalWholesale.com. Click on their Veterans Outreach button. Make a donation of $100. Is your freedom worth $100? I think it is. So give $100 so Chance can continue to help people out there and to help these veterans and to bless them with the teachings of the Lord, but also with food and blankets and shelter. I know he does kits for them, so they have little cook stoves and everything. Do you realize how many homeless veterans that are out there? Thousands of them.
42,000 at last count. 42,000 veterans are on the street at last count.
And that is unacceptable. Unacceptable. So do the right thing, do the Christian thing. Go to Chance's website, again, AmericanSurvivalWholesale.com. Click the Veterans Outreach button and get busy. Now, Chance, let's talk a little bit about what people need to do to prepare. Let's start off with talking about what you and I talked about travel. Talk to us.
So my wife and I, and yourself, Mike, we've all been traveling quite a bit lately. And I was on a plane, American Airlines, heading for Wisconsin to see Josh Tolley. And it just hit me, you know, a lot of folks really don't understand some of the tips that are available that can save their life due to a crash. Now, some specifics here. I've actually got these right in front of me. The odds are, sure, 1 in 8,015 people will be involved in a plane crash in their life. Okay, that doesn't sound like a lot, but if you travel a lot like we do, your odds are diminishing every day. 90% of those passengers fail to read the safety card in their seat in front of them. 90%. 33% of all the casualties could have been avoided by knowing what to do during and after a crash. Now, I'm just going to give you guys some examples, so pay attention. If possible, choose a seat near the rear of the plane. The closest you could get to the rear of the plane, the better. Why? Because there's an emergency exit right there, plenty of room to move around and get to that exit, okay? If you can't get a seat at the rear of the plane, try to choose a seat right next to any of the other exits on the plane. For example, there's usually one in the center and one forward of the plane. So try to get at least 1 or 2 seats within that area. And by booking early, you have a better chance in order to do that. Also, clothing. No one talks about this, Mike. This is really important. The type of clothing that you wear on a plane, it is imperative that you don't wear loose clothing. Don't wear clothing made out of materials like nylon, like polyester, for example. If you're a lady, don't wear skirts. If you're guys, don't wear shorts, okay? By wearing the proper type of clothing could actually save your life due to a fire on board the plane. So I recommend clothing like denim jeans, shirts, maybe cotton. If you can wear leather is preferable, especially for shoes. Always wear a leather boot or shoe that's laced up. Flip-flops and things like that do not work. You can be injured, or the heat can cause you some severe problems. So the idea is for you to be prepared if that plane goes down. Another thing, your seatbelt. I know that we hear the stewardesses saying put on your seatbelt. What they don't say is secure that tightly around your waist, and there's a reason why. If a plane is traveling at 400 to 500 miles an hour and hits the water, for example, you're going to experience what we call G-forces. And what I mean by that is your body comes to a stop just like that. So whatever speed that's traveling, your body is going to feel that momentum. So if there's slack in your seatbelt, you're going to experience that full force. And the numbers are, I actually have them right here. For every ½ inch of slack, it will triple the G-force in your body. Triple the G-force that your body will endure. Guys, that's a lot. That is a lot. So, moving on. In the event of a crash over water, understand that there is a flotation device under your seat. When you don your flotation device, whatever you do, do not inflate it. By inflating that device, you're basically widening your body, and you're going to have difficulty getting out of the plane or getting past other people, okay? So wait till you get in the water before you inflate that device. If the crash is imminent, you know the plane is going down. This is what you need to do. Grab a pillow, a blanket, or a jacket. Put that in front of your head. This goes right back to the G-force, okay? Put that in front of your head and put your head on the seat in front of you. This will prevent a lot of the injuries that occur in plane crashes. Your head slamming into another object, causing you to black out and become unconscious. You can't help yourself or anybody else if you're unconscious, okay? These are just a few of the things. I have another one here that's great. Once you're out of the plane, this is really important. Once you're out of the plane, get as much distance between you and the plane as possible. So if there is an explosion, there is a fire, you're away from that, and then, and only then, can you help others. And part of being a brother and sister in Christ is, of course, using a situation like that, being calm, being alert, so that you have the ability and the strength to help others to get them to safety.
You know, Chance, that is such great advice. Folks, please listen to this. I mean, it's all about preparing. I mean, you know, we always talk about preparing spiritually for about what's to come, but you got to prepare physically. And when Chance mentions that one thing that I'm going to tee up on here, Chance, when you talk about get as far away from that plane as possible, I was at an air show at Point Mugu Naval Air Station in California. And one of these jets came down. They did a low flyby over the runway. They went out and banked right over the ocean and came to turn and come back around. And I'm talking, they were probably a mile away from me where we were sitting at this air show. And we witnessed a small part go off the back end of the plane, and then the plane went down. And when that plane went down, and that jet fuel exploded, we felt the heat on our bodies a mile away, a mile away. So you want to listen to what Chance has to say here, folks, and get prepared. Now, Chance, on another subject, and this is a subject near and dear to all of us, we are going through this, not us personally where we are, because we have a spring-fed water system, but in the town that we live in, the river has risen to extraordinary heights. And it's the water in town, the people who are on the city water supply, that water is tainted. And I went out and Googled water in America. And like I said at the beginning of this show, folks, the numbers came up. 75% of the water in America is tainted. So, Chance, talk to us about water. What can we do?
If anyone knows the story of Flint, Michigan, and if you don't, you should really Google it, because these folks were exposed to contaminated water from their own city supply. The city denied any problems whatsoever. Children were getting rashes, were getting sick. It was stunting their growth. This is from their own water supply. So now imagine there's an EMP. Imagine there's a major disaster, something as simple as Sandy or Katrina. Where are you going to get fresh water? Mike, you're very fortunate that you live near a stream that has that precious commodity, but a lot of folks don't. So I got to tell you guys, I am very blessed, and I really feel blessed. We are working right now with a distributor, with an inventor of a distiller that can remove any contaminants down to 0 parts per million. This distiller can actually remove salt water, I should say salination from water, to 0 ppm from any ocean source. This distiller can be used aside of a swimming pool, a creek, a river, a pond. Does not have to be plugged into any electric source. Can be used on a campfire even, guys, on a campfire. So we now have the prototype in our warehouse. We have been testing it every single day. The most amazing thing about this, besides removing radioactive isotopes, is you can actually walk away from this distiller. It is fully automated. Using a pump that's powered by the sun, you can walk away from this thing. It produces 18 gallons of water per day. That's enough water, just potable water for drinking purposes, for 16 people. So imagine you have a community of people or a large family. This distiller can produce enough water in a day to keep you alive and your family and your friends as well. It's just an amazing, amazing product. There's more to come on this, but I got to tell you guys, I am so excited. We are probably going to be doing a special on your show before the Hear the Watchman conference in Idaho, and maybe possibly even a demonstration if we're lucky. So yeah, I'm really excited about that, and it's going to be it's a life-saving device. There's nothing like it on the planet. Nothing out there can produce that much water. Nothing like it is automated. I'm just really excited about it, and we're going to be offering it to your listeners as well as the rest of the survival community out there.
Well, how exciting is that? I mean, that's you've got to be able to. There's a lot of different water filtration systems out there, folks, but you've got to get something, and you've got to have it ready because after the fact, it's just simply too late. And it doesn't have to be North Korea firing a nuke at us. It doesn't have to be some NSA plot or the FEMA trying to take us over. It can be as simple as a natural disaster or a naturally occurring event that can taint that water and make it unsuitable for human consumption. So you need to have something on hand. Because, Chance, you probably know better than I do, but you can go several days without food, but you can't go very long without water. What are the numbers there? Do you know them offhand?
I do. So, as a matter of fact, we practice fasting, and so we have gone as much as 40 days without food on a spiritual fast. So you can survive quite a long time without food. However, you cannot survive more than 48 hours without water. Clean drinking water should be your number one prep. I'm going to repeat that. Clean drinking water should be your number one prep. If you don't have 200 gallons of water on hand per person, or the ability to create water like with this distiller, then you need to call me right now because I can help you guys do this. There are ways that you can do this that are affordable. We'll work with you. We're going to help you. Just come to or email us at bugoutamerica@usa.com or go to our website, americansurvivalwholesale.com. You'll find products. For example, the bathtub bladder. You can store up to 100 gallons of water for under $40. I mean, that's just one little thing. Water filtration bottles for under $20. I mean, there's so many things that you can do right now to protect your family, but you got to come see us in order to do that.
Well, Chance, thank you so much. Folks, again, it's AmericanSurvivalWholesale.com. Now, you can also go to HearTheWatchman.com. Go to our website on the homepage, scroll to the bottom. Under the sponsors section, you'll see Chance's logo there for AmericanSurvivalWholesale.com. Simply click on it, and it'll take you right to his website. He has a contact section on there where you can get in touch with him, with you for free, and he'll help you through these things. Because, someone once said about me, well, you're not doing that because you're lazy. And the truth was that I wasn't lazy. I had no idea how to do it. And, when you don't know how to do something, you'll procrastinate forever on doing it. So go learn, let Chance teach you, be humble enough to make that phone call and find out what you need to do to save your family and save yourself, and also save your neighbors and your fellow Christians. Chance, I want to thank you so much for coming on tonight. We look forward to having you on again. Just God bless you for everything you're doing.
Well, listen, it's always an honor and a pleasure to be on your show. I have 3 more things for you. Number one, if you are in the upper 48 and you would like to become a distributor For American Survival Wholesale, just reach out to us. Again, our email is bugoutamerica@usa.com. No money out of your pocket. We drop ship right to your customers. We teach you how to do this and work with you one-on-one. So if you'd like to become a distributor, we would love to have you as a part of our team. Up and coming, Mike, new shows. Listen to this. Best places to hide your preps. This is for future journey. Hear the Watchman Show. Best places to hide your preps. Ways that you are wasting your money at the supermarket. Ways to grow food even after a nuclear disaster. How to build an outdoor stove out of things in your own backyard. How to build a survival tent from nature. No tools necessary, all from nature. And how duct tape can save your life. So those are just some of the topics we're going to be discussing in future shows. I'm just so pleased to be a part of helping our community, our remnant, prepare. And if you have any questions or you would like a private consultation, feel free to reach out to us.
Well, awesome, Chance. Thank you. Those are exciting topics, folks, and we bring these topics to you, Chance and I do, from our heart to try and help you. We're not trying to sell you anything. We all have to make a living, you included, but we're really just trying to provide you with the best possible to prepare and learn what to do to take care of your family in these incredibly trying times that we're in right now, that are changing so fast right before our very eyes. So, folks, until I see you again on the Watchman's Report, God bless each and every one of you. Remember, be informed, don't be afraid. We'll see you next time here on the Watchman's Report.
Don't forget until then, the generator.
and the generator, don't forget that, the generator. Go to AmericanSurvivalWholesale.com. All you have to do is donate $100 to help a veteran. Now, $100 to help someone who put their life in harm's way, to guarantee you that you'll have the freedom that you have in this country today. And one of the first 10 people that does that will get a free generator, including shipping, from American Survival Wholesale. Absolutely no cost, delivered to your home, that will power your refrigerator, your freezer, and can save your food supplies if the power goes down. So take a minute today, think about that. Go to AmericanSurvivalWholesale.com, make it happen. God bless you guys. We'll talk to you again next time here on the Watchman's Report.